great pleasure. Joining us now, Harris Faulkner, co-host of Outnumbered and host of the Faulkner Focus on Fox News. Harris, it is wonderful to see you. Even if I have to go to Chicago to find you, it's wonderful to see you.
We've got Stevie Wonder in the background.
Yeah. Listen, I had rock bands when I was broadcasting at the RNC, so it was pretty brutal.
Know.
But anyway, Harris,
well, you're a rock star.
No, I'm not, but you're the rock star. But I want to just ask you a couple things, and I know you had an interview that we want to play. But look, I thought the Obamas were terrible. You know, they went low and they went lower. They're obsessed with Donald Trump. And I thought there was Michelle Obama playing the race card. We played the clip, and you probably heard it, playing the race card. She just can't help herself. What do you think about all that?
Well, I do think she played the Obama card, and that is, you know, get in there and do what you got to do and own it, which is why Biden wasn't there, and it's why Kamala Harris wasn't there. I mean, our reporting has showed that there's a lot of discontent behind the scenes between the Bidens and the Obamas. And, I mean, why not be there if you're Kamala Harris? This is technically her convention. It was a coronation that put her into the top of the ticket over her boss, Joe Biden. So to hear both Michelle Obama and Barack Obama kind of own this moment as if it were their own. I mean, when Michelle Obama goes after, let's face it, she went after Joe Biden. She said, oh, these years, you know, they weren't hopeful. And she's like, now we can awaken. I'm paraphrasing. Now we can, I'm softening it, actually. Now we can awaken to this idea of hope, you know. And I'm thinking, well, the last 4 years were your guys. They were Joe Biden. And then I thought about it. She never mentioned his name and never mentioned Joe Biden's name, a former first lady like Michelle Obama. This was about them. And for Kamala Harris not to be here, well, then I guess we can be certain it wasn't about her either. But all of the race card playing is not working for them in the black community.
Right.
I mean, Larry, you and I have talked about this before on Outnumbered. The operative color is not brown, it's not black, it's green. People are hurting financially. And when we got that jobs number, and you know I'm watching you to get my financial news, when we got that jobs number today and it was revised down by almost 1 million, I mean, that feels like we're being duped for the purposes of politics. And if that isn't the reason, then somebody needs to explain it to the American people, because that is huge. We can't get those stubborn interest rates down. You've taught us all about that on your show and how that hurts the economy long term. They didn't even touch any of what's real stuff about Americans.
That's the
they
thing.
were going back to the feel-goods of the Obama era.
How come, Harris, they didn't talk about Kamala's big economic plan, which was Thursday, $2 trillion of spending, plus these crazy price controls. This was her big economic plan, right? And the economy is the #1 issue, right? The Obamas never mentioned it. In fact, nobody has mentioned it, best I can tell. What's up with that?
No. Well, first of all, it's not written policy. We know that when they put out their platform this week, it had 19 mentions of Biden's second term, which means Kamala Harris wasn't even part of the own platform here for the DNC. And it's been 31 days, so it's not like they didn't know she was coming. And I've had, you know, plenty of resources on the left tell me, well, you know, they probably had a heads up after that June 27th debate debacle. And I mean, are you trying to say that they were planning Kamala all along? Well, no, I don't want to tell you that, Harris Faulkner. Well, what does that mean then, that they had a healthy heads up? So anyway, what I'm saying about all of this is, given all of it, there's no policy coming out of her. So nothing is written. It's like the tips that she stole from President Trump. Well, now she's going to don't tax those tips. I bet you couldn't get her to explain more than a sentence about it because it's not her idea. But the big issue here in Chicago, if I may, is crime. Larry, it was bad before the protesters got here and started tearing stuff up with sledgehammers and shouting how they want to kill Jewish Americans and killer Kamala. And I mean, it's their own candidate and they don't even protect her. No. They don't even say, stop talking like that. We've already had one guy shot this cycle. They don't even try to help her. But the citizens that I talk with when I go out, I had one who was really, really strong on the issue of crime in studio with me today, and I'd love for your audience to see it. Kata Truss has always voted for the Democrats, and now it's different.
And I listened to the speeches yesterday, and I listened to Michelle Obama talk about her mother and how she helped with her neighbors. But you know what? We're all doing that in the communities that we live in. And no change is really happening, which is why I decided to leave the Democratic Party. I am so tired of Black people being taken for granted. And I want people to really pay attention to the fact that this party is pushing Kamala Harris on the people.
Boy, that's a pretty heavy riff. What do you make of it?
Yeah. I think it's the truth from people I'm talking with that no one wants to say out loud. You know that Barack Obama knows this. This is his home city. Yeah. And during his years in the presidency and all the blue Democrats, all that blue on the left leadership that this city has had, it never changed. And now it's worse because Biden and Harris have delivered a collapsible, very expensive economy to people. And so they were already dealing with crime. Now they can't even afford to go to the grocery store, and when they do, they got to have their head on the swivel. I mean, they had, on the first day of the convention when I got here, they had 8 shootings and 4 murders. Oh, my goodness, Larry. I mean, it is cooking hotter than any part of New York here, and the resources are mainly around the DNC Convention Center. So my question is, what's it like in those neighborhoods that really need more cops right now? No wonder these guys feel safe. I don't even know if they even see the protesters. There are thousands of them here. I think that the motorcades maybe see a few of them, but they're ignoring that issue. They're ignoring the issue where they're calling for the deaths of American citizens for being Jewish, our faith. And you know, if they could, the tent would be wider on who they'd want to take out when it comes to faith. That's another half-hour conversation. I'm so excited to be on your show, by the way.
Harris, you are terrific. No kidding. You're the best of the best. I'm up against the clock.
Thank you. Right back at you.
Thank you ever so much for taking time out. Really, you're terrific. Thank you.